your mind right and make this work. Let's go to work. Come on, everything you got, last round, everything you got. Go get it.
Welcome to Grand Canyon University inside the GCU softball stadium for today's doubleheader morning matchup between the Niagara Falls Wildcats and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Well, this is the one of two of the final games of the GCU Purple Classic as the Lopes look to continue the series sweep against Niagara. Philip Catappa alongside Alex Larson. We have seen quite an offensive powerhouse from GCU from the beginning of this tournament against Niagara and Houston Baptist on Friday. And then on Saturday, GCU against Niagara unloading for 16 runs in a big-time win and then coming back to beat Houston Baptist 8-0. Well, today, Alex, beating Niagara again would help GCU complete the sweep against the team and carry a lot of momentum into the rest of the season. So the Bats, a lot of production from the bottom half of the order.
20 runs in day one, 24 in day two, and you know they're playing the same team, so they've really gotten to know every pitcher and all the members of the staff, but it's really just helping them prepare for the next tournament. You know, South Dakota, Princeton, UNLV, Valparaiso coming in. Not that these two teams aren't good competition, but GCU just making good work of them and good preparation for the good next teams coming in.
Pitching for GCU, Yesenia Morrison, the freshman, getting the start for the Lopes against the Niagara Eagles, not the Wildcats. It is very early, 9 a.m. start time here at the GCU softball stadium. And leading off for the Eagles is Kelsey Harrigan, number 17, the right fielder. We'll see if she can get things going against the freshman righty.
2 shutouts for GCU yesterday. As well as 2 run rules.
The 1-0 to Harrigan, outside for ball 2. So working the corners early is Yesenia Morrison. We know that Brianna Aguilar-Bocage was trying to work the inside out against Niagara as well.
Yeah, they've had success all week, and Niagara's just going to need to try and get base runners early if they want any chance.
The 2-0 outside for ball 3.
Of scoring runs against this GCU defense. They've been real stout. So it's not only offense they're getting it done, but they're getting it done in the field. A lot of good plays. A triple play yesterday even, too.
Yeah, an incredible triple play against Houston Baptist yesterday. A great play from Sierra Smith down there at third base. So Harrigan gets a leadoff walk, and that's how the Eagles will start the game.
Well, that's how you want to start it. Doesn't matter how you get on. A 4-pitch walk from Morrison, and Niagara's got a runner on to start the game. They got to be feeling good.
So Margaret Vesneski will step up for the Eagles as Dietrich gives Morrison a couple words of encouragement.
Doesn't really matter the previous 2 games and the outcomes. You know, Niagara has to come in here. The last game, they got to have a clear mind and, you know, put it in the past.
First pitch to Vesneski outside for strike 1.
Monkey off the back there from Morrison, first strike of the game.
The words of encouragement from Dietrich must have helped. The 0-1 on the way, bunt shown. Vesneski drops it down, gets past Sierra Smith, and it'll be 2 runners for the Eagles. So a little bit of a misread at third base by Sierra Smith, who's usually extremely solid, but you know, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, not the most well-executed bunt right there by Vesneski, but they'll take it. I mean, she's on 2 base runners on, no outs, and a miscue. You know, like we said yesterday, you never want to put a bunt in the air, but...
So Kendall Watkins will step up for the Eagles. Going around the diamond real quick for GCU. In left field, there is Maddie Dowdle as usual. In center field, Lainey Gomez. Right field, Taylor Titone. Of course, the Smith sisters take the left side of the infield. Lorianne Olson at second base. Bianca Bowling at first. Catching is Kaylee Dietrich, and in the circle is Senya Morrison. So Coach Pearson going with the went with Alexa Coons for the first game yesterday. Now she's going with the other freshman, Yesenia Morrison, inside for ball 2. Oh, strike 1. Ooh,
Yeah,
little
I know,
inside.
right?
Ran just a bit inside, but just enough to paint the corner.
Well, Watkins had turned inside, and I think that's why it made us look like it was a ball, but not so.
The 1-1 outside for ball 2.
A little trouble finding the zone here early. Morrison just needs to calm down, maybe just the fact that it's the first inning and first 2 runners on, but she's got to find her groove.
Well, to be fair to Yesenia Morrison, Alexa Coons did have an 8-run lead when she came up to pitch. That one in the air, coming over to get it is Gomez. She will track it down for out number 1.
Well, that's what you want to do. Just make your defense make plays. Don't try and get it all done yourself. If you're Morrison, put the ball in play, keep it low, induce ground balls, and you're going to be okay.
Jeriano Fano will step up for the Niagara Eagles with 2 runners on, 1 out.
Orfano is the Purple Eagles' golden hitter, really, and their power hitter.
First pitch on the way. Outside for ball 1.
Took 1 yard in the first game, the first day against Houston Baptist.
Now GCU trying to keep her quiet. With the 1-0 count, here's the pitch. Inside, swung on, foul. So you definitely don't want to throw Orfano inside, as she likes to set up a little bit outside in the box. Try to catch that inside pitch and drive it into left field. That's why you see Yesenia trying to work the corner outside and make her chase. They've done a pretty good job of it so far.
Looks like she might have missed inside, but Orfano definitely missed the pitch.
The 1-1. Bunt shown. Pulls back. Throw down to third, and they got her at third base.
Execution beautiful there. And it was all about that play, all about timing.
So a great throwdown by Kaylee Dietrich gets the lead runner out at third.
If Smith is a second later, that play doesn't happen.
Great play by the GCU defense. We talked about how good they've been all weekend. Now GCU 2 outs, the 2-1 on the way. Outside, in there for strike 2.
You're going to back off the plate like that. You're going to see
Exactly.
pitches on the outside part called for strikes that you really seem to be unreachable.
Yeah. Morrison trying to get out of the inning with just 1 runner stranded. The 2-2. Outside. Ooh, a little bit outside on that one. So the count will go to full. So full count for Orfano. Runner on second, 2 outs. Yesenia Morrison looking to get out of this one. The pitch. Inside. Back to Morrison. Backhand throw to first, and that will be the top half of the first inning. So the score is still 0-0. Yesenia Morrison gets out of the first with no runs.
Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. That is the way that GCU has to keep their composure. The first 2 runners on first and second, no outs, and the 3-4 spot coming on, and they were able to get out of it, no runs, and really only strand 1 runner. So that's what they're going to need all game defensively.
Yeah, well, GCU got started off last game against Niagara. They got started off offensively as they were the away team, and they were working with an 8-run comfortable lead. And like you said, Alex, the defense has been so stout, and they found ways to get outs when they need them. They get the throw down over at third. They get the fly ball to Gomez, and then Yesenia Morrison is able to backhand one. So the defense has been able to get outs when they desperately need them, especially with a freshman pitcher on the mound. You want to give her as much confidence as you can.
Well, and that's what happens when you find the zone. The first pitch, or the first at-bat, four balls, you're giving her nothing to hit, so there's not even a chance. And, you got to throw strikes to give them a chance. And you've seen the defense can make plays against this team, and the offense for both Niagara and Houston Baptist really unable to solve the pitching staff for GCU.
And the defense for the Niagara Eagles looks like this. In left field, Taylor Moody. Center field, Sarah Trifoso. In right field, Kelsey Harrigan. At third base, Jennifer Tim. Shortstop, Margaret Vesneski. Second base, Kendall Watkins. First base, Mariah Gabriel. At catcher, Rachel Funk. And on the mound, someone GCU is very familiar with, Sierra Bertrand.
Yeah, Bertrand started yesterday against them, and GCU had no problems here, so we'll see if they come out swinging the bats early. They don't need to see pitches. They've already done that.
So Shea Smith, as usual, will lead us off. Shea Smith, the shortstop for GCU. Had a huge day against Bertrand last time out. First pitch on the way. Off speed in there for strike one.
Confidence by Bertrand going right in there down the plate. You got to be a little hesitant throwing to these pitchers for the second day after what happened yesterday, but that shows confidence.
The 0-1. Outside for strike two.
Don't get ahead in the count on these GCU hitters, and you can throw some off speed and try and get them chasing stuff.
The 0-2 up and a little high there for ball one. So the count will go to 1-2. Smith working her way back from an 0-2 count. 1-2, no outs. The 1-2. Inside. Ooh, fouled off her leg. Shea will walk that one off. She is all right. Count will remain 1-2 after that foul ball. You know, to give Bertrand the benefit of the doubt, pitchers do have bad outings. And this is a new day, the same team, but a different day. She could be feeling a lot better. Could be throwing her pitches a lot stronger. She started out with an 0-2 count and gives that fastball a little too high, but I mean, only time will tell if yesterday was just a fluke for Bertrand or if GCU really has figured her out. The 1-2 on the way. Inside, fouled off.
And I think it's taken some time in some of the games, like a couple of innings for the GCU bats to get going. Like the last game yesterday, they didn't run rule until the bottom of the 6th inning, waiting to score the 5 runs there. But GCU's proven that even if they start slow, they'll get it going.
1-2. In the air. Going back on it is Trifoso, and she will make the catch. So Smith leads it off with a line out. One down for the Eagles. And Lorianne Olson will step up.
It'll be interesting to see how the outfield does today. The sun being a factor in the game yesterday, a 12 o'clock game. Nothing to worry about so far.
The first pitch. Olson will show bunt and foul it off. Yeah, especially Sarah Trifoso. She missed 2 fly balls yesterday due to the sun. I believe one of them might have bounced out of her glove, but either way, you're definitely right. The sun is out, but it's in a much more, I don't want to say relaxed position, but it's not as aggressive yet. That one high in the air. Going over to get it is Tim. She will make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, well, no problems there, and good start for Niagara defensively. The top part of the order for the Lopes, not able to get something going.
So Lainey Gomez will step in for GCU with 2 outs, try to extend this first inning. First pitch to Gomez on the way, showing bunt. She'll pull back just in time for ball 1. The 1-0 inside for ball 2. So yesterday GCU was able to get out in front of Bertrand early with 8 runs, and you know, it seems like Bertrand sort of settled down here in this second opportunity against GCU. The 2-0 inside for ball 3. 2 quick outs, getting Shea Smith and Lorianne Olson out quickly. Lainey Gomez up there battling. 3-0 count, 2 outs, no one on. 3-0 on the way. inside for strike one.
Well, been pitching to her a lot inside this at-bat. Maybe picked up a tendency or two from yesterday.
The 3-1. A little high for ball four, so with a 2-out walk, Lainey Gomez will go to first, and stepping up is Sierra Smith.
Wasn't sure there what the call was going to be. Sometimes we've seen the umpire behind the plate take a while to ring him up, but that was kind of in the zone. Good eye.
Definitely could have gone either way, but it will go the way of Lainey Gomez. She will be the only runner for GCU here with 2 outs. Sierra Smith looking to get her around to score. The first pitch down the line, picked up, throw over to second for out number 3. So the Eagles able to strand GCU's 1 runner with 3 outs. We go to the top of the second. Score still 0-0. We'll be right back.
My name is Anthony Perez, and I earned my master's in education at Grand Canyon University. I feel that the degree program at GCU definitely got me ready and prepared to reach both short and long-term goals. It's definitely prepared me to lead my classroom and also be a teacher leader to find innovative ways of solving the problems in education in the state of Arizona. I'm definitely committed to student success, and so I'm very passionate about working with students. What I absolutely love is when they get that spark in their eye and they understand a concept. When I have those moments is making it all worthwhile in everything that I'm doing. Grand Canyon University definitely has a vibrant campus that has many resources that are accessible. I feel that GCU has prepared me to be an agent of change so that way I can support and advocate on behalf of children in the state of Arizona.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Leading off for the Niagara Eagles, number 20, Jennifer Tim, the third baseman. GCU still no score. Yesenia Morrison in the circle for the Lopes. GCU was able to strand a runner for the Niagara Eagles in the top of the first, and then Niagara followed it up with leaving Lainey Gomez on first base in the bottom of the first, and Yesenia Morrison gets the second going with a strike.
Talk about the defensive shift in momentum into the offense for GCU yesterday. Well, that could happen for the Purple Eagles here after a good inning in the field.
The 0-1. Outside for strike 2. So Morrison used in sort of a relief situation yesterday against Houston Baptist. Today she is the starter for the Lopes. The 0-2 popped up in the air, foul. Kind of thought that Coach Pearson would have went with Yesenia in the second game against Houston Baptist after going with Alexa Coons in the first one. Especially knowing that the first game on Friday, the Lopes beat Niagara 10-2 and then came back and beat Houston Baptist 10-3.
No,
the 0-2. Outside for ball 1.
Switch it up, different looks for the opposition. And I think I like the strategy because, you know, if you're Niagara starting the same pitcher 2 times in a row, that's risky, especially after what happened yesterday.
The 1-2. Picked up by Sierra Smith. Throw over to first for out number 1. So a quick out for Yesenia Morrison as Sierra Smith gets that out at first base.
But sometimes that's all you have in long tournaments like this. You know, 3 days, only 3 teams, so you're gonna have to have some of the same looks against the same teams.
Mariah Gabriel will step up for the Eagles. First pitch on the way. Ooh, almost got her chasing on that off speed, but it'll go in for a ball.
A lot of sinking action towards the end of that pitch.
The 1-0. Down the line, grabbed by Smith, and it'll be called foul.
Been very impressed with the line play by the Lopes this weekend. Not a lot of shots down the line into left and right field. That's a testament to the hot corners and where they're playing.
The 1-1. Off speed in there for ball 2. 2-1 on the way to Gabriel. Down the line, Shea Smith will pick it up at short, throw on to first for out number 2.
A ground ball so far from Morrison, keeping it hard and down in the zone.
Rachel Funk will step up for the Eagles, the catcher for Niagara. With 2 outs, she'll look to extend this inning for the Niagara Eagles. Yesenia Morrison looking to put it out. First pitch, off speed in there for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. A little high for ball 1. Gotta love the confidence from Yesenia Morrison, the freshman. She's just not afraid to reel back and throw it down in there.
You know, I think it helps as a pitcher if you know that your offense can respond after taking a risk and giving up a run or 2.
We know GCU has had a little bit of a slow start against Houston Baptist. They were able to get runners on but no one to come around to score. It wasn't until about the 3rd inning when they started really piling it on. The 1-2. Outside for ball 2. So Morrison is hitting the corners, just barely missing.
Yeah, but as time goes on, they're going to start enticing these hitters to swing.
The 2-2. Outside for ball 3. So Funk able to work her way to a full count. With 2 outs, Yesenia Morrison looking to send us to the bottom of the 2nd. The 3-2. Ooh, check swing. She did go. That'll be a strikeout for Yesenia Morrison, and the Lopes will move to their bottom part of the 2nd. Score still 0-0.
GCU TV's latest series is here to answer your questions. Watch new episodes of Ask GCU every week on youtube.com/GCU and tweet all your GCU-related questions to hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured. When are the Lopes going to get going here?
Well, if you go by trend, it should be right around this inning and or next inning.
It's going to be the bottom of the lineup that starts it off.
Oh, it definitely will. And if there's anyone who's going to get it started off, it's Maddie Dowdle, number 4, the left fielder for the Lopes. She is having an incredible weekend, hitting, I believe, 3 home runs on the entire weekend.
As a result, moved up in the lineup, but you can't
definitely.
really doubt that or why that's happened. She deserves it.
Yeah, Maddie moving to the cleanup spot at number 4. Moving to number 5. Usually at the bottom half of the order, around 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that she's been hitting, you have to move her up.
I'll tell you what, she will be leading off, correct?
Yeah, Maddie Dowdle will lead off the bottom half of the 2nd. Sierra Bertrand's still out there pitching. The junior out of Sterling, Ontario. She's an accounting major. Interesting fact for you.
I'm sure it's really cold up there in Niagara Falls, so, I mean, if you're not doing schoolwork, or softball, I'm not sure what you're doing. Beautiful part of the country, though. I've never been, but I've seen pictures. Their campus is unreal.
Oh, I bet. So Maddie Dowdle will lead off the bottom half of the 2nd here for the Lopes. Look to get things going offensively. Defensively, as usual, GCU extremely dominant. Yesenia Morrison pitching extremely well early on. First pitch taken for a strike. And I got to say, Sierra Bertrand, for now, has had a pretty solid bounce-back game, especially considering last game she gave up 8 runs in the 1st inning.
Yeah, so far, really dominating the corners.
The 0-1 on the way. Ooh. Maddie wanted that one, holds back for ball 1. Outside for strike 2. 1-2 on the way, outside for ball 2. So setting up a little 2 outside as Rachel Funk. And the count will go to 2-2.
Not risking anything inside here to Dowdle.
No, we know Maddie likes to drive those inside pitches to that left field wall. The 0-2 or the 2-2. Vesneski backhands, bops out of her glove, and Maddie Dowdle will start off with a base hit.
Well, that just simply can't happen at shortstop. That ball not even hit close to hard enough to have to backhand in the hole. It's like she got her body away from it and kind of olayed that ball, and as a result, popped out of her glove. You got to square that thing up and get your momentum behind that ball.
So the defensive struggles have carried their way into the second inning from last game for the Niagara Eagles, as Bianca Bowling will step up with a runner on first.
It's still technically not an error again, but for the Niagara defense, again, a play they should be making and just giving free outs to GCU, but the Lopes will take it.
The 0-1. High for ball 1. So Maddie Dowdle doing her job as the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second, getting on for GCU. Now if Bianca Bowling can bring her around, the Lopes can start to get something going offensively. We know the bottom half of the order has been very strong. The 1-1. Holds back for ball 2. The 2-1. Inside for ball 3. Bowling doing a great job of being patient at the plate, waiting for her pitch.
Tell you, one of the reasons why Bertrand on the mound again, Niagara late in the game, giving up some runs to Houston Baptist, up 13-3, and then the 5th inning gave up some runs and were forced to change pitchers several times. So at this point, I'm sure after that game last night, they just don't have anybody left to throw. But she's doing very well.
Well, we didn't see Carson Cotton yesterday for the Eagles, so maybe she's an option. We did see Emily Johnson, who did come in to pitch in relief. The 3-1. That one in the air. Going back to right field. It's off the wall. Coming around to score is Maddie Dowdle. The relay in. Not in time. Bowling will try to make it to third. She will be thrown out at third, so Bowling trying to extend the double into a triple is out at third, but she does her job bringing Maddie Dowdle around to score.
Well, off the wall, and I like the opportunity of sending Dowdle, but I don't know why you send Bowling. Then you have a no-out double and someone on second.
So with one down, a great relay by the Eagles to get Bowling trying to extend her double, for she is out on advancing. So with one down, the catcher, Kaylee Dietrich, will step in.
Take nothing away from the Purple Eagles, and that was a great play, but just not selfishness on the base path, just a little too much excitement this weekend so far on the base path for the Lopes.
That one in the dirt for ball 2. You know, actually, Alex, I'm on the other side of this. I like it.
I know. We've been back and forth all weekend about it.
I say let the aggression go. GCU knows that they've, for the most part, had Niagara's number, in terms of catching up to their pitchers. They've scored a lot of runs. Why not try some things? Be a little risky. That one lifted in the left field. It'll bounce in for a single, and Dietrich finds herself with a one-out single.
That's exactly why. I mean, now you have first and third no outs and a chance for her to steal to second, and then second and third no outs. Top of the order coming back up. You're getting something going. Coach Ann Pearson just slow him down a little bit.
So the other Kaylee Holland will step in for GCU, finding herself as the designated player. She got some time in as a pinch runner all weekend, or pinch hitter all weekend. And with one out, let's see what she can do. The first pitch on the way. Outside for ball 1.
Noticing the trend in the last 3 batters, where they're really starting to hit the ball hard and really solve Bertrand. So
The 1-0 to Holland, lifted in the air to left field. It'll find its way foul. So good contact on that one by Kaylee Holland. But she drives that one foul. 1-1 will go the count, 1 down. Dietrich hoping that Holland will be the one to bring her around to score. The 1-1, fouled back. I will say, Alex, had Bowling not extended her play to third, she could be standing on third base right now, possibly. Because that was almost caught in left field by Taylor Moody. It just bounced right in front of her glove.
Absolutely. Yeah, or I mean, yeah, maybe she would have held it second because you didn't know. But, yeah, you're right. I mean.
So the count will go to 2-2, 1 down, runner on first. Kaylee Holland looking to extend GCU's lead. Carry them into the third with a lot more momentum. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3, so Holland, patient at the plate, draws the count to full.
Yeah, the bottom, or not really the bottom, well, the lower part of the lineup getting it started for GCU again offensively.
Holland pops that one right to Watkins for out number 2. So Kendall Watkins going back on that one.
Well, kind of really an unlucky spot. I mean, even if she drops that, that's a tough play. Nice play over there by Watkins, but even if she drops that, she can pick it up and get it to second because you have to tag in case makes the catch. So
with 2 downs, Taylor T-Tone will step up for the Lopes.
And Bowling would still be on third.
Yeah, that's true. Or possibly still second. There would be.
Well, yeah. So
yeah.
no, I mean, so far it doesn't come back to bite him.
The 0-1 on the way. Inside for ball 1. So T-Tone has been occupying right field this entire tournament, doing pretty well defensively, the 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. And offensively, Taylor has been relatively solid for GCU, a part of that bottom half resurgence for the Lopes.
Yeah, if you can get production like we've seen from the bottom part of the lineup and get the runs driven across that are on, you're in good shape.
The 2-1. T-Tone right to Jennifer Tim at third base, and that is how we will end the second. The Lopes do get a run on the board, and going into the top of the third, Lopes lead 1-0. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm Christian Talon, and I'm earning my bachelor's in information technology at Grand Canyon University. I really wanted to be able to integrate my faith and career, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to go to GCU. One of my favorite ways to do that is by being a part of the life groups on campus. It's a great place to come and study the Bible and have that community experience. Cyber threats are a growing problem for companies and individuals alike. A lot of resources online are under scrutiny of attack. I found it my purpose to try and help businesses and Christian foundations and defend themselves against those attacks. One of the great benefits of going to GCU is that we as students get access to the state-of-the-art IT labs that the university is setting up for us. I really feel like the professors at GCU have invested in me personally. They're always encouraging and providing me with the resources to further my own education and really just grow my interest and passion for technology.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
So GCU able to get a run on the board last inning. And Yesenia Morrison will look to close things out in the top of the third and send GCU back to the offense. Leading off for the Eagles is number 4, Taylor Moody, the left fielder. As the Eagles look to somewhat try to cut into this lead. Not as much as a lead as we had last time against Niagara.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll find Moody on the side of the leg, so she will get a free base. And now Sarah Trifoso will step up.
don't be surprised if you see a bunt right here.
So the runner on first, the first pitch. Showing bunt is Trifoso. She will not get it down, and it'll be ball one.
You have to almost be 100% sure that she's going to try and put down a bunt right here.
Yeah, we saw a bunt earlier kind of eat up Sierra Smith just a little bit in the first inning. Bunt showed. She able to pull back in time for ball two. So Dietrich will go to talk to Morrison again.
Yeah, that bunt not of course Smith's fault. Just a kind of bizarre placement. Don't really see it right at the shortstop, past the mound, but out of stretch of your arm at third. So not even so much a defensive mistake as just a good bunt.
2-0 on the way. That one will find the outside corner for strike number one. So Trifoso trying hard to get the Eagles back on the board. 2-1, shows bunt. Right to Dietrich, throw over to first, not in time. So the count will go to 2-2.
Had every intention of bunting this at bat and wasn't even thinking about taking the bat off her shoulders, but now with 2 strikes, I'll be interested to see if she tries to get it down again. Of course, if she fouls it, she's out.
2-2. Smack foul. So Trifoso up there battling hard. Battling very well. Drawing the count 2-2. Fouling a couple pitches off.
Saw that twice already this week, and 2 strike bunt attempts. I believe one in the first day on Friday.
2-2. Right to Morrison. Throw to second. Oh, just barely got her out at second. Oh, she's off the bag. Oh, if we had replay, it looked like to me that Olsen had her foot on the back of the bag.
Here comes Pearson.
Yeah, Coach Pearson going to talk to her about that one. Talk to him about that one. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, though, that 100% starts with Morrison, all on Morrison. That throw's got to be right into the glove. And
I will say this, it was a great dig by Lorianne Olsen at second. Maybe
yes,
what it looked
absolutely.
like. Maybe what it looked like was her back foot maybe lifted as she was reaching down for the ball.
Either way, that throw, I mean, if Morrison misses, it's into center field, and maybe they're taking second and third, so you're absolutely right about the dig.
Talking to Olsen, she might have collided at second base. She looks a little... So Olsen a bit shaken up. It should be okay. So runner is safe at second and at first. So Trifoso doing her job well. A bad throw from Morrison takes Olsen off the base. And with no outs, the Eagles have a runner on second and first, and Kelsey Harrigan, the top of the order, will get it going for the Eagles.
Haven't seen a lot of miscues defensively for GCU, but a big one right there from Morrison.
Yeah, sort of rushed that throw a little bit to second, drawing Olsen's foot off the bag. Looked like she stayed on and from up here, but it is what it is, and the Eagles have a runner on second and first. The 2-2, or the first pitch outside for ball one. On the way. Outside for strike one.
Bunt here, put him on second and third, but really set him up nice.
See what Harrigan can do on the 1-1 count. Showing bunt, pulls back. Everyone will stay. The count will go to 2-1. 2-1, no outs. Pitch, bunt shown. Bunt down, it'll go for strike 2. So Harrigan gets the bunt down. Count will go to 2-2, no outs still. Runners on second and first. The 2-2. Down the line, picked up by Bowling at first, but it is a foul ball. The 2-2. In the air. Coming to track it down is Sierra Smith at third. She will make the catch for out number 1.
Big pitch right there to get a fly ball. That's pretty much best case scenario. Runners can't go anywhere, and I guess a double play ball, a triple play ball, now that we know that's a thing for GCU, would be the best. But good job by Morrison to get a fly ball.
Of course, GCU pulling off that triple play against Houston Baptist yesterday. No need for a triple play right now with 1 down. Margaret Vesneski will step up. First pitch. Outside. Back pick. Throw. Ooh. Tag a little late. Good thinking by Dietrich over to throw that one to first.
No luck picking off runners by the catcher so far this tournament for GCU.
1-0. Outside for strike 1. Showing bunt right to Morrison. Morrison throw over to first for out number 2.
Morrison's really got to get those throws over to the base down. I mean, that's just dangerous. That's an easy throw. You got to make those. Huge mistake if she overthrows that.
Well, you can ask John Lester how difficult sometimes those throw to first are. You know, sometimes you just
overthink it.
Yeah,
the
overthink
short,
it exactly.
Yeah, the short distance.
Yeah. But Morrison still pitching well, no runs yet. 2 outs, looking to get out of this second inning. Inside for strike 1. The 0-1. In the dirt for ball 1. So Kendall Watkins with 2 outs, runners on third and second in scoring position. Could be a big difference maker for the Eagles. The 1-1. Good framing by Dietrich to get strike 2.
Yeah, frame's all about one fluid motion and not moving it after it's caught. And in my opinion, a frame job can be really underrated.
The 1-2. Smacked foul.
They're looking silly with that pitch.
So Morrison looking to close out the second inning, leaving runners stranded again for the Eagles. She's going to have to get past Kendall Watkins first, the 1-2. Grounder picked up by Dietrich, throw to first. Not in time, and the Eagles tie it up 1-1. So a slow chopper. Kaylee Dietrich comes from catcher to throw it over to first, not in time, and coming around to score for the Eagles from third base to tie this one up. So Jerry Ann Orfano, the power hitter, will step up with runners on the corners. With 2 outs, the first pitch. Inside for strike 1.
Well, Purple Eagles draw it back to even. I'll tell you what, not really the most conventional way to get them in, but just a spot where it was moving slow enough where you weren't going to get her at first, but also not at home.
The 0-1. Outside for ball 1. 1-1. Outside for ball 2.
A lot more life in the Niagara dugout after that run. Giving them some hope really for the day, and as it rightly should.
The 2-1. Inside for strike 2. So Morrison not afraid to go inside on Orfano. Count will go to 2-2. Smacked foul.
Orfano doesn't do a great job of turning her hips up there at the plate, so losing some power as a lot of it comes from that lower section, but it bodes well for GCU. Just pitch something that she can get on top of and ground out to end the inning.
All 2s on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yesenia with the pitch. Smacked foul again. So Orfano getting contact on it.
Just topping at each swing, though, and it's a testament to rotating your hips. You gotta really get through the zone.
Morrison with the 2-2. Outside for ball 3. So Orfano able to work the count full. Morrison still looking to get out of the 3rd inning with maybe just 1 run. Runners on the corner for the Eagles. The full count pitch. Down the line, picked up by Smith, throw over to first. That is in time for out number 3. But not before the Niagara Eagles. Eagles are able to tie it up in the top of the 3rd. We move to the bottom of the 3rd.
The annual Run to Fight Children's Cancer is less than a month away. Register for the 5K or 10K online at runtofightcancer.com. All proceeds donated directly to the Phoenix Children's Hospital and Children's Cancer Network.
Walk or run the 5K/10K. All proceeds are going to a great cause. So, moving into the bottom of the 3rd, the score is 1-1. The Eagles able to tie it up last inning, leaving runners on the corners. Sierra Bertrand still out there for the Niagara Eagles. Pretty strong performance so far, but we know right around the 3rd or 4th inning, GCU likes to put runs on the board if they haven't done it early on.
I was going to say, I think this is the inning where we really see GCU put it all together. You know, they've all gotten through the order. They've all gotten to see a pitch or two from Bertrand, so she's still on the mound, and I think the Lopes have to be licking at their chops right now.
And a great leadoff hitter in Shea Smith will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. And if there's anyone who's going to get the offense going, it's Shea Smith. Batting .412. 21 hits, 51 at-bats, 11 RBIs, 2nd on the team in RBIs behind Eleni Gomez. And 1 home run. Of course, that home run inside the Parker.
Yeah, fly ball to center field really should have been routine, but either way, she'll take it.
So Smith will get things going against Bertrand. The first pitch on the way. Shows bunt, pulls back. Ball 1. The 1-0 to Smith. Inside for ball 2. So that one trying to get the inside corner on Shea Smith. Count goes to 2-0. Smith, Olsen, and Gomez are the 1, 2, 3 for the Lopes in the bottom of the 3rd. The 2-0. Inside again for ball 3. So Smith patient at the plate, runs the count to 3-0. Inside for ball 4. So Smith starts it off with a leadoff walk. And Larry Ann Olsen will come up.
That's how you want to get an inning started. no outs and a runner on, so endless things they can do right now, especially with the top of their order.
So Lorianne Olson with a runner on first. First pitch on the way. Shows bunt, gets it down, picked up by Tim. She will hold it and not be in time, so runners on second and first.
Now this is when things can get dangerous if you're Niagara. Runners on first and second, no outs for GCU. Now is when it really starts getting scary out there because the Lopes are such a threat.
Tim might have been waiting for maybe Watkins to come over from second to cover first. The late coverage, she really had no one to throw to as that bunt brought Gabriel in.
Really the only team this tournament that has done well covering the bases has been GCU.
Bunt down by Gomez, it'll go foul.
And why not take advantage of it now? I mean, having trouble covering the bases out there are the Purple Eagles, so put down another bunt, get them to second and third, and try and get another bunt single.
So no outs, runners on second and first. The assumption might be that Gomez might go back to the bunt. The 0-1, she pulls back. Everyone will stay. The 1-1. Inside for strike two. So Bertrand finds herself another strike. Count moving to 1-2, no outs. Gomez looking to continue the third inning resurgence that GCU usually has if they are a bit slow to start in the first and second inning.
So that bat's going to be a good sign.
Lifted in the air. Over to get it is Moody. She will make the catch for out number one.
No. They're starting to learn out there in the outfield. First step back on the ball and a routine fly ball, but haven't seen all those plays made, so good to see that made out in left field.
So with one down, Sierra Smith will step in. Smith also having a great tournament, batting .400, 10 RBIs on the season, 20 hits, and also 1 home run. Inside for strike one. But if there's anyone to talk about in terms of having a great tournament, it's Maddie Dowdle, who is currently on deck for the Lopes. She's been having a great tournament. The 0-1. Ooh. Smith able to hold back for ball one. The 1-1 on the way. Down to Tim, she'll pick it up. Step on third, throw over to first. She's gonna hold off. And out number two.
I'll tell you what, almost a disaster over there at third, missing the bag, but able to get that foot out. That could have been bases loaded with one out.
And maybe Tim thought she was a little closer to the bag than she was, but it only result in one out as Sierra Smith finds herself with a base hit. And Maddie Dowdle will step up with 2 down. That one's ripped into right field. It will go foul.
Yeah, reasonable scenario right now for Niagara. No reason to worry. First and second, 2 outs. And the inning that thought GCU might start to get it going has really fizzled out so far.
Yeah.
They can do plenty with 2 outs. We've seen that.
So runners on second and first. Dowdle looking to extend the inning with 2 down. The 0-1 on the way. High for ball one. The 1-1 to Dowdle. Vesneski almost makes it eat. Ooh. Yeah, they will get the force out. It thought Vesneski might have gotten eaten up by that chopper, but she fields it cleanly, gets the throw on to third, and that is how we will end the third inning. The score still 1-1. We move to the top of the fourth right after this.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Score is still 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. Yesenia Morrison still in for the Lopes at the circle, and leading off for the Eagles is Jennifer Tim, the third baseman.
Yeah, and an inning last half that GCU thought was going to be some runs, but not so.
The score 1-1. First pitch. Liner to the coach. It'll go foul. So some quick hands.
Yeah, speaking of quick hands, a great play over there at short by Wisniewski to end the inning, and that one popped up in front of her on some dirt in front and able to react right in front of her face.
The 0-1. Down the line. It'll go foul.
Got to get your body in front of that one right there.
Well, Smith kind of getting bailed out by the foul ball as that one went right under her glove. So the count will go to 0-2. See if Morrison can make it a quick inning and then go back to hitting for GCU. This is right around the time where the Lopes like to score a lot of runs. The 0-2. Up in the air, it'll go right over where we are, and it'll go foul.
Onto the roof again.
So it bounces off the protective shading here and goes way behind us. Thankfully, we have this protective shading. The 0-2. That one driven into center field for a base hit, and Jennifer Tim will get the Eagles going with a leadoff single.
Tim's done a good job hitting up the middle thus far this tournament. She's driven a couple out to center field so far. So, seems like she's having a pretty nice time seeing the ball and driving it.
Now batting first baseman, Maria Gabriel.
So Maria Gabriel will step up for the Eagles with a runner on first, no outs. First pitch in there, first strike. Dietrich looking for the back pick, won't find it.
Yeah, if you see someone
go to 1-1.
You see someone not down there, don't throw the ball, don't take that risk. Dietrich's not been close throwing it down so far, so just relax a little bit and tone it down.
The 1-1. Showing bunt. Unable to get it down. And the count will go to 2-1.
Well, an extremely wishful effort at a bunt. That one almost ran inside and hit her, and she still squared around. Sometimes, I guess, natural reaction, you just kind of turn into it when it comes, but.
The 2-1. That one lifted into left field. It'll get past Dowdle. Coming around second is Tim. Gabriel with a no out double. And the Eagles starting to get to Morrison. And it looks like we may see a pitching change as Brianna Aguilar-Bocage comes out of the bullpen. So Bobo, the assumption would be that she is going to come in to relieve Morrison. Great outing for Yesenia Morrison. Only giving up one run. She gave up a handful of hits, but pitched very well.
Yeah, and these runners are still going to be credited towards Morrison, so if Bobo's unable to keep him from scoring, it's not going to necessarily affect her ERA, but wanting to get out of this somehow, wanting a fly ball or strikeout right here.
Get a quick out and then hopefully wrap it up as Rachel Funk waits on to step up against Bobo.
Now pitching, number 17, Brianna Aguilar.
So Bobo will step in against Rachel Funk, trying to get GCU out of this inning. No outs, runners on third and second. The pitch, bunch shown, it's down. Bowling throws it to catcher, and they will.
It's not a force out.
It is not a forced out.
Didn't
You're
even
right.
get the tag down. Why would you come home with that?
So Bowling trying to get the out at home, and the Eagles will extend the lead 2-1.
You have to be aware of your surroundings and always aware of what the situation was. There was a runners on second and third. It's not a force out. That's too close of a play at home. That's why they dropped a suicide squeeze.
So the Eagles take the lead 2-1, and Taylor Moody will step in. And with no outs, the Eagles are still threatening. I think this is the only lead Niagara has had against GCU this entire tournament.
Friday, they went up 3-0 in the first, and I think GCU was able to erase that towards the third or fourth, but they've only led for 2 or 3 innings so far, so it's got to be a new feeling for him.
The 2-0 to Moody. Outside for strike one.
Yeah, in that game, the first game, close. Pretty much 4-3 until the final inning, and GCU exploded.
The 2-1. Outside for strike two. The 2-2. Right past Olsen. Another run will come around for the Eagles. The score now 3-1.
Well, now the 2 runners on. They're Bobo, and you better expect to see a bunt here from Trifoso unless they have a pinch hitter coming up.
So Trifoso still has a bat in her hand. It'll be a pinch runner. So Alexis Gibson will step in as the pinch runner at second base. And the Eagles able to find some offense late. We'll see what Trifoso can do. With no outs and runners on second and first. Bunt shown. She will not get it down in time. Ball is foul. And that'll go down for strike one.
Now you got to know there's a force, so now you can go to third or...
Maybe, Alex. I said it last time, and it happened against Houston Baptist.
I'm not even going to say anything.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yep. Don't want to bring it up.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike two. Fingers crossed, at least, maybe?
I had butterflies in my stomach for that pitch right there. I didn't know
The 0-2. Down the line, right past Sierra Smith. And the bases are loaded. We, of course, last time that a ground ball happened to Sierra Smith with runners on second and first, there was a triple play, so a little bit of flashbacks there, but this time it'll be a base hit for Trifoso, and Kelsey Harrigan will continue to bat with no outs and the bases loaded.
Yeah, and a serious chance for Niagara to do some damage and put a crooked number up on the Lopes here. Top of the order, bases loaded and no outs. Flipping the script here.
First pitch in there for strike one.
Wouldn't it be a great, as a GCU fan and faithful, obviously it'd be
GCU
tough. But,
TV, it's fine.
But no, for Niagara, wouldn't it be a great feeling to go out with a win, head back to New York after a long tournament?
That one line to Smith, throw back to third. They got her double play. So a Smith to Smith connection. Liner to Shea Smith throws it over to third. And 2 down for the Lopes.
I think I'm starting to speak too soon because sure enough, now just a chance. And the bases loaded, no outs. Now there's first and second, 2 outs.
So
much just evaporated.
Yeah, what looked like a lot of momentum going to the Eagles is shut down quickly. They double play by the Smith sisters.
Harrigan really hit that ball hard there. These Purple Eagles are really starting to solve pitching.
The 0-1. Outside for ball one. So Margaret Vesneski hoping to continue the inning for the Eagles. Bobo in relief now with 2 down, runners on second and first. A little more relaxing now after that double play. The 1-1. Vesneski swung on and missed. Throw back over. They got her in a pickle. The throw back to Bowling and tagged out at first base. And that's how the Lopes will end the Eagles' top of the fourth. But not until the Eagles able to get the lead back, the score 3-1 as we move to the bottom of the fourth.
Singer, songwriter, author, and humorist Mark Lowry is coming to the GCU Arena with his newest tour, What's Not to Love. Enjoy a night of music and comedy March 10th. Tickets are available at gcuarena.com. And to touch on kind of that last play, I was really impressed, actually. It's going to go unnoticed, but Moody in that rundown came all the way around, and she was rounding third by the time she got tagged out. So that's smart because if you stay in the rundown a little bit longer, you could score, and the run would count if obviously it scored before the tag out.
Right, but you did have a runner on second. It was runners on second and first.
Yeah, but Moody was the runner on second coming around.
I didn't see that.
The one in between first and second were caught up. And I mean, it's not a huge deal, but if it would have been a little bit longer of a rundown, maybe the run would have scored and it would have been an extra one.
Right. Well, that happened at the men's baseball game. I believe it was one of the GCU runners was on first trying to get into that pickle. Of course, there's a much longer base path, so you can extend the pickle a little more. And GCU was able to score doing exactly what you just explained. But you're kind of at a disadvantage here in softball because the bases are so short. Even that triple play, we mentioned it. We didn't think it was going to happen. Of course, GCU was able to turn it quickly.
Yeah, especially once you get 3 or 4 players in the pickle. I mean, as the runner, you're against all odds.
Oh, yeah. So the first pitch to Bowling popped up foul. Bianca Bowling leading off the bottom of the fourth for GCU, trying to either tie it up or get the lead, or try to chip into this lead a little bit, get some runs on the board for the Lopes right around the time when they like to do it, this fourth inning. But a lot longer of a top of the fourth than they would have wanted. The 0-1 to Bowling on the way. Off speed, driven to right field, going back on it. It is gone. Bianca Bowling with a leadoff home run, and GCU cuts the lead to 1.
Well, that ball gone the second it hit the bat, and nothing really to do but watch how far that one was going to go. Definitely longer than her last home run at 235. This one probably about 240 or 245. Much farther up on the safety netting back there.
Well, definitely what GCU needed, a spark plug from the leadoff spot in that middle of the order. We talked about it all weekend, how good that middle of the order for GCU is. And Bianca Bowling crushing one to right field. So Kaylee Dietrich will try to top the home run from Bianca Bowling. And with no outs, GCU only down a run. First pitch outside for a ball. The 1-0 to Dietrich. In the air. Coming over to get it is Trifoso, and she will make the catch for out number 1. So Nikki Gonzalez will step in, taking over for Kaylee Holland at the designated player spot. We are very familiar with Nikki Gonzalez, usually the 3/4 hitter for the Lopes. She's kind of bounced back and forth with Sierra Smith. Now that, well, I'll tell you what, now that Lainey Gomez has been coming around and Maddie Dowdle has been coming around, Nikki's role has, she's not really relied on too much as the power hitter now. She's just kind of coming in, at least yesterday and today, as a pinch hitter, being very successful in her quote-unquote newer role.
Well, that's not a bad thing necessarily. Now all you have to do is focus on hitting, and not all the pressure's on you for the power. You're getting production from around the other lineup, and you can share that wealth.
So Gonzalez takes the first pitch outside for a strike. We know Nikki has some power. The 0-1 in the dirt for ball 1. One on the way. Smacked foul.
Just missed that one.
So Gonzalez up there battling well. One ball, 2 strikes, no one on, 1 down.
Lopes look to get back to 500 on the season in this game.
The 1-2 outside for ball 2. So Funk setting up outside, just Bertrand not doing a good job of hitting those corners. Two. In the air, coming over to get it is Gabriel, and she will make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting right fielder, Taylor Titone.
So Taylor Titone will step up for the Lopes with 2 down. First pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0. That one in the air. Should be an easy play for Watkins at second. She will make the catch, and that is how we will end the 4th. But not before Bianca Bowling rips one into right field for a solo home run, and the Lopes cut the lead to 1. The score 3-2 as we move to the top of the 5th.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Now batting shortstop, Margaret Wineski.
The score at the top of the 5th, 3-2, as the Eagles look to continue their lead against Brianna Aguilar-Bocage. First pitch, smacked foul. The 0-1. In there for ball one. The 1-1. Outside for ball two. So Besneski battling up there for the Eagles. The 2-1. Grounder. Smith throwing to first for out number one. So a slow ground ball to Shea Smith for a quick out. And now Kendall Watkins. We'll see if she can get things going for the Niagara Eagles. The 0-1 to Watkins. Inside for strike two. The 0-2. Right to Bianca Bowling for out number two. Some quick hands by Bianca Bowling at first base. And the Lopes get two quick outs.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to make a play over at the hot corner. A line drive. We saw a line drive at someone earlier in the tournament and hit him in the chest, but Bowling snagging that one for the out.
I think that might have been Maria Gabriel at first base for the
I was going to say not a
Niagara.
GCU player.
She caught one directly right off the chest. Thankfully, she was okay.
But, I mean, you got to be ready for those balls at first and third. It's always a possibility. That's why it's called the hot corner.
Orfano with the 1-0 count. Ooh, inside for ball two. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs to Jerrianne Orfano. 2-0. In there for strike one. The 2-1. Outside for ball three. The 3-1. Chopped foul. So the count moved to full against Jerrianne Orfano. 2 outs. Lopes looking to make a quick one of the Eagles. Try to get back and get some runs on the board.
Yeah, if you're noticing, other than that first home run against Houston Baptist, Orfano's really just chopped foul balls and, you know, just bouncing foul balls. We've seen that against GCU every single at bat, really, and it's a testament to GCU pitching probably figuring out where to take advantage of her because of the lack of hip rotation.
Yeah, just keep working her inside. I talked about her setting up outside to take away that inside pitch, but it seems like she's just not catching up to it. The 3-2. That one in the air. Going back is Gomez. She will make the catch for out number 3. We move to the bottom half of the 5th. The score still 3-2.
You are invited to the WAC tournament at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Catch all 14 games March 7th through 10th. Tickets available at gculopes.com, and I guarantee you there's going to be a good GCU crowd in Vegas. Why not? I mean, go out to Vegas, enjoy all that Vegas has, and watch some whack basketball.
Oh yeah, the Havocs will definitely be out and ready at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas.
Huge win last night.
Oh, a huge win against Utah Valley. Very, very close, 59-60. I was thankfully at that game, so I got to watch.
Really?
I got to watch all the excitement. I have to be honest, though, I wasn't originally gonna go, but I'm glad I went.
Why'd you end up going? Because we worked the games yesterday, the softball games yesterday, and then over to basketball. As a spectator?
As a spectator, yeah. I usually do go to as many home games as I can, and I went to the Seattle U, and I've gone to a bunch of the games throughout this entire season, and I just was so tired yesterday. And then I had a couple friends who were like, hey, let's go watch the game, and I'm glad I went because I actually thought it was flipped. I thought we were playing CSU Bakersfield yesterday and then Utah Valley as the last home game on March 3rd, but I had that obviously wrong as we beat Utah Valley. But I'm glad we went. It was a huge win, a lot of fun. And
100 for Dan Marley.
A 100th win for Coach Marley. Congrats to him and the rest of the men's basketball team. Hopefully we can lead that into a WAC championship and hopefully make a run at the tourney. Shea Smith, oh, great catch by Margaret Vesneski at shortstop. The diving grab as Shea Smith lines out for out number 1.
Wow.
So just as we got done rambling on about the basketball team, Margaret Vesneski grabbing our attention with that diving grab at shortstop.
Yeah, well, that one barely sticking in her glove, but nice job laying out to her left.
So Lorianne Olson will step in with 1 down. And she'll take the first pitch high for ball 1. The 1-0. That one lined right to Kendall Watkins, and 2 straight lineouts for the Lopes. And 2 quick outs for Sierra Bertrand and the Eagles defense.
Well, you know what they say, sometimes you just hit it hard at the other team, and that's exactly what GCU's done. 2 in a row, liners that should have been and could have been gappers and extra bases, but 2 outs now for the Purple Eagles.
Laney Gomez, first pitch swinging, foul. So let's see what Laney Gomez can do with 2 down. Try to get something going for GCU in the bottom of the 5th. Not the game that we had yesterday. Completely different game than we had yesterday, as the Lopes were up 8 around this time. Gomez ground ball to Vesneski, throw over to first. And that is how we will end the 5th. So a very quick outing for the Niagara Eagles. The score remains 3-2 as we move to the top of the 6th. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
Earning your RN to BSN degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. Finding your purpose takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience delivering our accredited RN to BSN program 100% online. Graduate in as few as 16 months, learning from full-time practicing nurse faculty in small classes. Integrate your education with your faith and Christian worldview.
Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Coming into the top of the 6th, the score is still 3-2 as Jennifer Tim will get things going for the Niagara Eagles. Bobo's still in the circle for the Lopes. Both teams very quiet in the 5th inning after a home run by Bianca Bowling and a very interesting top of the 4th for the Eagles. First pitch inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. So Bocage, usually the ace of the staff, coming in relief to try to get the Niagara bats as quiet as possible. Tim looking to change that to 2-0. Outside for ball 3. So Bocage behind in the count early on.
She'll be looking for a good pitch here. She's had a good tournament, you know, a hit at least every game for Tim.
The 3-0. In there for strike 1.
Well, you had to know something down the middle of the plate was coming, and
oh yeah,
I guess she was given the take sign clearly.
Well, on 3-0, you always got to be patient in terms of swinging because, you know, a 3-0 count, you're ahead, could turn into a very quick out for the Lopes. Down the line, backhand by Smith. Great play, but it is foul. Full count now for Tim. The pitch in the air. Going back on it is Gomez. At the wall, it is off the wall, and it'll be a ground rule double as it finds itself bouncing on top and staying on the wall. So with one down, with no outs, Jennifer Tim finds herself with a leadoff double.
Well, we said she had been hitting well and just left a pitch up. That one, fortunate that it didn't leave the park, but just as well might have, is now runner on second with no outs.
So Maria Gabriel will step in for the Eagles with a runner on second. That one right up the middle. Coming around is Tim. She will hold up at third. And the runner is on third and first, and the Eagles again threatening.
Now you got to just really focus on getting an out. Don't necessarily bring it home as they're going to have a mound convention.
So the Lopes will talk it over. Try to settle down Bobo. Runners on third and first. Rachel Funk, who laid down a bunt early, who laid down a bunt in her last at-bat, was able to score a run. And with runners on third and first, she is a threat again at the plate. So the Lopes discussing it. The huddle breaks, and here we go. Of course, any ground ball in the infield, you're going to have to check that runner at third. Because even on a double play, it gives Tim time to take off from third and possibly score. But a quick double play would really help GCU. So Funk, first pitch to her. In there for strike 1. That one line foul.
Fortunately foul.
Yeah, definitely fortunately foul. Because that one would have been trouble for GCU. Possibly, definitely would have scored Tim from third. And who knows where Gabriel would have went from first base. Rachel Funk would have found herself with another RBI on the day.
Yeah, and if that one was fair, maybe 2. I mean, that one would have gone all the way to the corner and bounced around out there.
The 0-2 inside for ball 1. So if Bocage can get a quick out of Funk, keep Gabriel at first and maybe look for a double play and get out of this inning with no issue at all. The 1-2. Outside for strike 3. So Bobo finds herself with a strikeout and we have one down.
Best case scenario right there now, you're looking at a chance for a double play up the middle with the 8th hitter coming up.
So Taylor Moody is that 8th hitter with runners on third and first, one down. GCU looking for possibly a quick double play. They found one with no outs a couple innings ago in terms of a Smith Sisters connection. First pitch in there for a strike. A liner to Shea Smith and then a quick turn to third to Sierra Smith. Got a big double play when the Lopes needed it. The 0-1. Slow chopper.
Off the inside of the foot.
Yeah, it'll be a foul ball. So the count will go to 0-2. Bocage looking to make quick work of Taylor Moody. She'll have Sarah Trifoso on deck.
Exactly the hitter you want coming up, too, especially if you can strike out Moody right here. Trifoso doesn't do much other than bunt.
The 0-2. Outside for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Bobo. And the Lopes have 2 down.
It's exactly what GCU needed. And tell you what, now Bobo's taken all that momentum into this at-bat for the 9-hitter. And Trifoso really hasn't done much other than put down bunts.
Sarah Trifoso with runners on third and first. 2 quick outs for the Lopes. 2 down. The pitch on the way. Outside for strike 1.
Such an open stance, and with how small she is, it doesn't seem like she can get the outside part of the plate. It seems like really only up there to stand in the box.
Yeah, that right foot is barely clipping that outside part of the box. The 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Throw down to third. No good. Bounces off the glove of Smith.
Very smart move by Tim to go back.
Yeah, an incredibly smart move by Tim to hold up at third.
Instead of going home. That was a very, very intelligent play over there.
Yeah, that one would have definitely resulted in an out for sure because the ball was right next to Sierra Smith.
Well, she should have been out at first, but, I mean, fortunate that it was dropped.
The 0-2. That one poked foul.
And that's all that Trifoso is really going to be able to do is really just tap it softly to the left side. Nothing that she's going to really hit is going to be too much of a threat because, Bobo's pitching too fast and on the outside part of the plate. Trifoso doesn't have the bat to reach it.
The 0-2. That one line right to Shea Smith, and the Lopes able to get out of the top part of the 6th. With no runs, leaving runners on third and first, we move to the bottom of the 6th. The score remains 3-2.
Now enjoy coffee and tea from the Grand Canyon Beverage Company in your own home. GCBC's locally sourced coffee beans and fine teas available now online at lopeshop.gcu.edu/GCBC.
So not only can you get apparel and cool accessories, but now you can get coffee and tea from the GCBC.
Well, let's hope that the Lopes had their caffeine before, because 2 more chances left for them and finding themselves in a spot that they haven't found themselves in yet.
Yeah, they are down
This
right
tournament.
now. Down 3-2. And if last time against Niagara, they were able to get the lead back in the first game, and then the second game, it was just an offensive explosion from everybody. 16 runs for the Lopes. And they're definitely going to need some energy or some caffeine in the bottom half of this order.
But this is, usually with a lineup, you want to see the top half, but for GCU, I can't imagine you're shuddering too much looking at the bottom half of the lineup coming up, especially with the fact, well, you're not even in the bottom half, but especially with the fact with how they've been doing, really maybe more consistent at the top half.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Sierra Smith will lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th. The Lopes will have, if they don't get the lead here, they will have one more opportunity in the bottom of the 7th to hopefully win it in a walk-off. First pitch. That one in the air. Vetsneski under it for out number 1. Well, to quote-unquote, Lainey Gomez had a home run that was sort of a walk-off home run that gave the Lopes the walk-off in terms of runs. And then, of course, Jordan Keaton also did the same thing. She had a little walk-off single, but, of course, the Lopes had a much more extensive lead. And if things go the way that they go, the Lopes may have to be looking for an actual walk-off win.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the 7th, unless they can get some runs here. And Maddie Dowdle, talk about someone who can give the Lopes some runs. That one, first pitch swinging foul. Dowdle having a great tournament. Moved herself up in the order from the bottom half to the middle. She's at 5. Batting .220, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 9 hits. Making as much as she can of her opportunities at the plate. Dowdle will show bunt. The 0-1, she'll pull back. Outside for ball 1. The 1-1. under the glove of Tim, and Maddie Dowdle will find herself with a one-out single. So gets under the glove of Tim and then gets right past Vesneski coming over from shortstop. And Maddie Dowdle on first base, and now let's see what Bianca Bowling can do. Last time she was up, she ripped one into right field, cutting the lead to 1. Maybe she can give GCU the lead.
Massive mistake over there at third. Not, again, a statistical error, but that's got to be a play that's made, and a simple out, just giving it out back to GCU.
First pitch outside for ball 1.
I mean, they almost don't even come much easier than that, and didn't square it up, tried to play it off to the left side of her body, and just went right under the glove.
One 0, 1 out. Runner on first. The pitch. That one ripped past the second baseman. Dowdle will stay at second, and Bowling finds herself with a single.
Ball was hit really hard. Hope now that the bottom of this lineup can start to produce.
Well, they've been doing it all tournament as Dietrich will step in for the Lopes. We'll get a pinch runner for Bianca Bowling.
It's going to be Belavia.
Or, I'm sorry, for Maddie Dowdle. So it'll be a pinch runner. Christine Belavia.
Pitch running at second, Kristen Bellavia.
Bellavia, the freshman out of Tucson, Arizona, the Arizona native. You look all the way up and down this lineup, and a lot of Arizona kids, and only just a handful of players from outside of Arizona, 5 to be exact.
2 transfers, which I thought was interesting. One of them on deck from Mount St. Mary's, Nikki Gonzalez.
So we'll have also a pinch runner at first as well. So the Lopes getting some speed on the bags as Dietrich steps up. Outside for ball 1.
Is that Taylor Kay?
I think
yes,
that is Taylor
Kay.
Kay. So Taylor Kay will be the pinch runner at first. Taylor Kay, the junior out of Glendale, Arizona. The 1-0 to Dietrich. Inside for ball 2. So runners on second and first. 2-0 count, 1 down. Pitch to Dietrich. Outside for strike 1.
Gapper right here scores 1, at least, maybe 2, depending on where. So, I mean, Lopes could have only 1 half inning after this if they can get some done from the plate right here with 1 out.
The 2-1 to Dietrich. Ripped to Tim. She'll catch it, tag the lead runner, and not make the throw. Had a lot of time. Does not take the throw to first, but she does get the lead runner. And now with 2 down, Nikki Gonzalez.
Yeah, still first and second though. Yeah, I've not a clue why that ball wasn't thrown. Maybe who was playing first wasn't necessarily on, because I saw her on too, and no throw. Easily could have had the chance for a double play. It's the second real mental mistake Tim's made.
So Nikki Gonzalez will step in with 2 down. Runners on second and first. Yep. Lifted into left field.
Goodbye.
Going back. Nikki Gonzalez.
Oh!
It is gone. Nikki Gonzalez sparking the lineup with a home run, and GCU takes the lead.
That one maybe 260, 270.
Sent into the Grove.
Over the safety net.
And the Lopes take the lead 5-3.
Absolute bomb by Nikki Gonzalez. First pitch swinging. That one was an absolute moonshot, and now Niagara has completely had the script flipped on them as they are behind and down to their last 3 outs.
Well, it was Bianca Bowling in the fourth, hitting a home run to cut the lead to 1. And then this time, Nikki Gonzalez sending a moonshot into the Grove to take the lead for the Lopes. And Taylor Tetone will step up with 2 outs. First pitch in there for a ball. We knew the offense was coming, Alex. We knew eventually that these bats were going to come around.
I'll tell you what, 2 no-doubters off the GCU bats.
In the dirt for ball 2.
There was not a chance that was staying in the park once it left the bat. And look at it, still sitting on the field out there. That ball went a mile.
The 2-0. In there for strike 1. Yeah, someone finally going over to retrieve Nikki's home run. Tetone with a drive will go foul. So all 2s on the board for Tetone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lopes with a 2-run lead. The 2-2. That one foul.
Well, really, whatever happens here, unfortunately, is mostly going to be overshadowed by that home run still. The excitement will last mostly probably until this game's over.
Well, of course, assuming that
yes,
Bobo
it holds
can,
at the
yeah,
top
exactly.
of the 7th, as you would assume it would, but
the 2-2 outside for ball 3. So Tetone works her way to a full count. So it has been a home run derby for the Lopes this entire weekend. Pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Taylor Tetone will find herself with a 2-out walk, and Shea Smith will step up to bat.
Well, trying to get Bertrand all the way through.
So Bertrand looked like she was getting to the Lopes batters. First pitch inside for ball 1, and now, like you said, Alex, the script has been flipped, and now GCU finally leading this game.
Yeah, rightfully so, but still having to finish in the top of the 7th.
The 1-0 in there for ball 2.
Now really flustered out there on the mound is Bertrand. She just needs an out by her defense.
The 2-0. Off speed in the dirt. Tetone will steal second. And now the Lopes have a runner in scoring position. So the count 3-0, 2 down. Shea Smith looking to bring Taylor Tetone over from second.
Yeah, 3-0, it's got to be a good pitch, not going to be a waste pitch.
In the dirt for ball 4.
Now she's just seems like she's unable to find the zone, and a pitching change looks like it may be in order.
We'll see who the Eagles bring in with runners on second and first. We know that Emily Johnston came in last game in relief.
I think he's just telling her, get one more out, don't worry about it.
Jennifer Zalegi is another one we saw. Have yet to see Carson Cotton. It's another pitcher listed on the Eagles roster. But I think she might have pitched during the Houston Baptist game, but I don't know. We haven't seen her at least.
Yeah, well, no other action, so they're trying to get Bertrand through the...
Well, she does have 2 outs. I mean,
yeah,
score is very manageable.
They don't even have access to the bullpen right now.
Yeah,
the Huskies have taken over for the next game.
Houston Baptist taking over the pitching area of the bullpen, but I guess if need be, they can come over to the GCU side or kick Houston Baptist out.
Right, which would seem like the thing they would do.
That one in the air, coming over to get it is Tim. Nope, Vesneski's going to call her off. She'll make the catch. but not until Nikki Gonzalez gives the Lopes the lead with a bomb to left field. The score as we move to the top of the 7th, 5-3, Lopes lead.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
The Eagles looking to make some runs come out of nowhere, I guess, with the score 5-3, Lopes leading. Kelsey Harrigan will lead it off at the top of the order for the Eagles. Lopes looking to close this one out, complete the sweep against Niagara, then get ready for Houston Baptist at 11:30. Bobo looking to make quick work of these Eagles hitters. The first pitch down the line, right past Sierra Smith, and this is how the Eagles will start the 7th. So very quick liner right past Sierra Smith, and with no outs, Margaret Vesneski will step up. First pitch, outside for strike one. So no one warming up in the GCU bullpen or the Niagara bullpen. Of course, the assumption would be that Bocage can finish this one out. The 0-1. Down the line right to Bocage, throw over to second for out number 1, throw over to first, out number 2, quick double play for GCU. And one more out away from completing the series sweep against the Niagara Eagles. Kendall Watkins will step up, potentially the final out for the Eagles. And with 2 down, things are looking up for GCU. Carry this momentum into the Houston Baptist game. Bocage finding herself into some trouble, but bailed out by the defense and the offense. She has been pitching pretty well. First pitch in there for ball 1, a little 2 inside.
Just relying on the defensive plays now towards the end of the game, and that's what you love as a pitcher.
The 1-0 to Watkins on the way. Outside for strike 1. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. And now Bocage 1 out away from clinching the series sweep. The 1-2. Inside for ball 2. The 2-2. Outside for strike number 3, and the Lopes complete the comeback win and the series sweep against the Niagara Eagles in the GCU Purple Classic, thanks to Bianca Bowling's home run in the 4th and Nikki Gonzalez's crushed home run in the 6th.
Yeah, just relying on, late game heroics, and I guess that's one way to get it done. Now, a bunch of momentum for the Houston Baptist game at 11:30.
And we will be back at 11:30 right here. Alex Larson, Phil Katafmo on the call to continue the rest and complete the GCU Purple Classic. In the meantime, you can follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And don't forget, if you already have not, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. The Lopes win 5-3. We go and wait till 11:30 to take on Houston Baptist right here on GCU TV. Don't go away.